Welcome in. If you like to read books, maybe you would like to watch Washington Black. It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's on Hulu. Just came out, brand new. 45 minutes each episode. But where are my manners? I'm the Dad Panther, writer, streamer, content creator, master of none. This is another episode from the Critics Collective. Hit the notification button and subscribe and follow and comment, all that other stuff that helps us out. And also, if you happen to see any links in the descriptions of our almost 600 videos, go ahead and just understand that supports us, and we always appreciate the support. So Washington Black. It's a mini series. It's 8 episodes. Like I said, 45 minutes for each episode. We're gonna go ahead and rate it, but before that, we're gonna go with our pros and cons. And the reason why I'm thinking of it because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give you my first impressions. We used to do this back in the day. We stopped doing it. But I'm gonna do my first impressions. Um, Watching something on Hulu, this popped up as a trailer, and I was like, "Oh shoot, Sterling K. Brown." I'm seeing something that looks like 60, 90 days, 80 days, whatever it is around the world. I'm getting vibes of Wheel of Time, which is on Amazon Prime. I'm getting all that with the Lord, and I stopped the trailer. I'm like, I don't want to be spoiled. Stop. You got me. I'll be there. I'm gonna watch it. And it finally came out, and I was like, I didn't hear any buzz, any press on it, and I just happened to be like, "Wait, this is out already?" Like, I could have sworn it should have. I mean, at least I would have thought it would have been on the front page or something. I'm like, it was there, and I'm like, "Well, I'm still excited. I'm still excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so Zach. I'm scared." If you know where that's from, anyway. So go ahead and watch this. And IMDb says this: it follows a 19th century adventure of George Washington Wash, known in the streets. His name is Wash. Wash Black, a 11-year-old boy on a Barbados sugar plantation who must flee after a gruesome death threatens to turn his life upside down. That's good. I was worried that it was going to spoil some stuff, so I was trying to read ahead of it. But anyways, so let's go on the cons. The cons of this is at some point it feels that the pacing is off. They're trying to fit so much into this. And let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I believe this is a book, and they're trying to fit so much in here. And they're doing a good job early on. They're doing a good job the midway part of this miniseries, but as they get to like the final 3 episodes, there's too much. It's like one of those shows where you see them grabbing like the grocery challenge stuff, and they're getting stuff. You're like, yo, you got everything you need to cook. Why do you need a jar of pickles? Like, and then they drop it like, oh, I dropped the pickles. Like, you also didn't, whatever. I felt like that pacing would have just taken this to a whole nother level if they would have just, there's scenes where they take you through a walk, literally. And I'm like, if you would have just got rid of this walk, you didn't need this. Like, you did such a good job of getting us to these moments, and then you just stopped. The other negative that I would say is some people aren't gonna like this because they're dumb. Like, I don't know any other way to put it. They're dumb. There's love in this, and there's this idea that the history in which you know it, they have changed it to the idea of the person who created this novel or created this story, or the showrunners who adapted whatever from a book or whatever. And what I mean by dumb is there's you got jungle fever, you got jungle fever, where in love. You're gonna have the speculation, and just that alone, I think, is gonna make people turn away from this and miss watching something that does something very different than what I've seen on television and film. So that's the only thing I would say that's negative about it. I just feel like people are gonna be closed-minded. They're gonna watch this, the name and everything like that, and they're gonna watch all this and they're gonna say, nope, this isn't for me. I don't know what it is. They do. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna turn this shit off. I'm gonna give it a bad rating. Now let's go to the good stuff. The good stuff about it is Hulu spent money on this. The production is there. The camera angles are there. The actors, the acting is there. The special effects. Sometimes with these movies, you're like, all right, here's the flaw. You're gonna, oh, that looks so unbelievable. No, it was like steampunk. It was inventive. imaginative. It was there were so many words. It made me like want to go play an RPG or a fantasy game or something and just get lost in somebody else's world or something. I thought that the storyline of what they did was so interesting. And this is what I mean, and maybe others, I can't speak for others. This is what I mean by I'm like, show me something. If you're gonna show me something with like slavery or black trauma or Native Americans or people who come from different parts of the world and they have a trauma, and you're gonna show us this, you have the opportunity to change the history, to change the star players, to fit the narrative of what you're doing. And this isn't a movie where it's like, hey, you watch another slave movie. That's not what this is. It starts in it and it'll show you some things. And I'm not gonna spoil anything. And it's like, it takes it back. And it borders and blurs the line of what's real and what's not. And they say, we're gonna build on this. But at the same time, we're going to change things. We're gonna, as if we went on a time machine, and we're going to tweak and change stuff, and we're going to show you this is what it would look like, this is how it would be different, or would it be different. And that was interesting. And the story, I enjoyed the story, and I enjoyed that this seems like this is a one season thing. And I'm not spoiling anything, I just want you to understand. I think that's why the pacing is what it is to let's give closure to what's going on. And with that being said, let's go ahead and rate this. All right. So we rate from a 0 to 5, 5 being excellent, a fantastic voyage, and 0 being, hey, can I get like $5 or $6 for gas? Because I'm just trying to get to Nova Scotia, and I can't honestly get there the way I need to. So let let me borrow some. Um, the rating I would give this one, I would give it a 4. I would give it a 4 for all the stuff that it did, especially early on. Does it falter a bit at the end? Yes, but not because of direction or production or script writing or acting. It just feels so bloated. It feels like they're trying to give you everything and close characters and bring you to a resolve. And you understand why when you finish it, but it just if it doesn't feel long when you look at your clock, you're like, hey, but you do look at it and say, man, if they could have just chopped this up and keep it fast and keep pace, I want to keep it going. And to me, that's one of the things I took away. So that's probably why it's not a strong 4, but I would say it's a 4. Again, this is on Hulu, Washington Black. It reminds me, I can't think about, I don't want to say a Bannister. I can't remember, but it reminded me of some elements of famous Black inventors. Some of them getting credit for what they do, and some of them not getting credit for what they do. I thought I thought about that. I thought the performance from the young man who played um, Wash at 11, great job acting. Really enjoyed like the tone and presence that he carried. Um, the older gentleman who played Wash, both of them were in Sandman, and I thought they did. Sterling K. Brown, another great performance from him. Three leading ladies could have been lead. They were supporting ladies, but they could have been leading ladies for what they were doing. And this one, Teach, really good job. Like again, I really like this cast and what they were doing. The music, the tone. It feels like more people should be watching it. But like I've already told you before, there are going to be some people who are not going to watch this, and I get it. So to each his own. Let me know in the comments what should be the next thing we should be watching. Could have been anywhere in the world, and you chose to be here, and I greatly appreciate that. Subscribe. Until next time, kalika allow.